just feels like everything is like crumbling on me.
I was restless. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't focus to do anything.
I kind of didn't really see a point of continuing like living even, because there was nothing there.
My name is Carina, Cetinel. I'm originally from Bucharest, Romania. I'm 30 years old. And out of the blue, I started having panic attacks. It wasn't triggered by anything in particular. It just happened.
My name is Jacob. I'm 28. I live in Krakow, but I'm originally from Chicago. My father was sick and he passed away, and I took over his family business. It was far too stressful for me, and I was cheated on.
I was walking my dog, Odin, the first time it happened. I thought I was having a heart attack, and it kind of made sense in my head because I had a very poor diet because of the lockdown. I wasn't exercising at all, so I just thought, okay, this is it, I'm gonna die, this is how I'm gonna die. So yeah, that was my first panic attack. And after that one, I started having more often panic attacks. I started feeling more anxious than usual.
When I'm having these panic attacks, I start breathing really heavy. I basically start to hyperventilate. I get really dizzy. I start sweating, and it just feels like everything is like crumbling on me. A lot of times I'll just lay down on the ground and just wait. And I don't know what I'm waiting for exactly, but it feels like I'm just waiting and preparing to die.
We've been in a situation that a lot of us never been before, to be locked inside your house 24/7 and not being able to go outdoors or having that, at least the idea of freedom. One day, the entire night, I was very anxious. And then I started having panic attacks by the fact that I couldn't go to sleep, because left side of my body felt like I had little spins and needles inside that were trying to puncture me all the single time. So when I woke up, I scheduled the next available appointment with the psychiatrist, and I think I almost broke down and cried in his office. I told him about my fear with medication, and he gave me the lowest dosages possible for that particular treatment. While I was growing up, we had rules in the house because both me and my sister were girls. We are expected to behave in a certain way, and I wasn't allowed to participate to parties or go over to people when I was a teenager. For me, it bothered me a lot. I've always felt like I was put into a lockdown, like in a prison. But I did find my escape through technology and internet, because you would just hop on, use a fake name, and you would talk to so many people. The way it makes me feel right now in lockdown was exactly the same feeling I would get when I was living with my mom and dad and my family. And it just made me be like, so after all these years, it still comes back to me to give me a hard time. Shortly after I started having anxiety and panic attacks and being very general anxious, I saw behavior changes in my dog, Odin, because he gets panic attacks, which transforms for him into howling, like wolves in the forest. He became more reactive towards other dogs, more anxious. I got anxiety medicine for him, which is natural, like from plants and everything. I was thinking about my dog, and I was thinking about the difficulties we might have if things go further.
Excellent. Bravo.
Towards the end of college, we found out that my father has cancer. So I definitely tried to talk to him more and get more of a connection and just be there more for him. And I don't know, it was hard because I even carried him into the hospital when he passed away. And I don't know, it's not something that's ever gonna leave me. Even the day he passed away, like I can recall basically everything that happened in that day. And that's been nearly 3 years ago. It definitely does bring a sense of hopelessness too, seeing something like that. I've gone to a total of probably 4 different psychiatrists. It's not something that I can, I think, solve 100% through medication. It's not something that somebody can really give you too much advice or knowledge about unless they've gone through it, I think, themselves. It's really difficult to feel like you have a proper support system. With my past relationship, I did a lot for it, and I put a lot of effort into that relationship. And I was cheated on. She was cheating on me for at least a few months, and it really broke me. It really, really affected me. And that definitely gave me a lot of, I think, anxiety for trusting. At first, she was trying to be as supportive as she could. After some time, she stopped being so, I think, involved in trying to help. She would just say, "Oh, that sucks," kind of brush it off and, move on to something else, some of her problems. I've been trying to be a little more active outside. I'm going on my bicycle, riding my bike wherever I can. I'm trying to see people, meet new people. And it's basically just that, to try to stay busy.
So I don't know how my life would be without panic attacks, because I can barely even remember how it was before, or anxiety.
There is that chance that I'll be stuck with these panic attacks forever.
Maybe there'll be a time when it will just poof away, but who knows?
So my suggestion is to actually reach out and try to find help. And if that help doesn't work, find more help. It's going to take a little bit of effort, but starting is a huge step forward, I think.
If you experience anxiety or panic attacks, don't ignore it. Be true to yourself and be honest with what you are feeling. And reach out, and if one thing doesn't help, try the next thing until you find that one thing that actually works for you. If there's anything that we've learned, especially from the past year with the pandemic, is that we're not alone. We're on a big globe with a lot of people, and we all have different issues, different traumas, different things that happen to us. You're never truly alone unless you choose actively to be alone.